what Ukrainian girls think about that. Check out this video clip so you see how important today's topic is for you to understand how to be successful with our Ukrainian ladies.
От банка кредиты брать, это просто нужно быть немножко сумасшедшим, потому что самые большие процентные ставки в Украине 45%. Такого в Европе нигде нет. Это просто сумасшедший дом.
Today we are going to talk about not such a sexy topic, debt. And I'm going to ask beautiful Ukrainian women what do they think about it. So, debt. This is very important for you guys to understand our Slavic mentality and opinion about debt. In some cases, it can even break your relationships with beautiful Ukrainian women. Stay with us and you will know why. И вот ситуация. Допустим, вы узнаете, что у вашего жениха дом там или квартира в ипотеку под большой процент. Вы будете чувствовать себя с ним в безопасности финансовой?
Я не буду с таким человеком.
То есть, если вы узнаете, то вы даже можете отказаться от свадьбы?
Ну да.
Hello again. Welcome. So, if you missed this video, you can click on Anastasia Debt Street Survey video on the link in the description below this video and watch it. So you'll see ladies of different age react differently on this topic, and you'll see how serious is this topic for your success with our Ukrainian ladies. Before we will jump in this topic, in discussion of this topic, I want to make some announcement and about upcoming live streams. So Sunday, tomorrow, January 31st, Joe and I will be sharing with you cost of living in Ukraine, where Joe and I will show you the top 37 cities in Ukraine from the cheapest to most expensive to live and to buy real estate. And Joe will highlight 2 hot investment deals he has on to go right now that you can be partner with him on. Next Saturday, February 6th, my topic will be first Skype date with your beautiful Ukrainian woman, do's and don'ts. I just have talked about it because I'm one who also do translate for you guys on your free Skype introduction dates. And really, I got a lot of inspiration from being part of it. And there is a lot of taboo mistakes you guys make and even don't realize it, you know. So please go subscribe below right now so you will not miss out it, okay? And next Sunday, February 7th, our topic will be Valentine's Day gift guide for you, for your beautiful Ukrainian woman. You guys remember, this is important day, is only 2 weeks away, right? So this is your chance to make a romantic impression on your lady. But trust me, there are good gifts and bad gifts for Ukrainian ladies, and it's important to know which is which, okay? So let's start. So I can say, generally speaking, Ukraine is not credit-friendly country, as you know or don't know, but it's true. The average percent you can get mortgage for, it's from 12 to 18%. And as I know, approximately it's 4 or 5% in Western world, right? So it's totally different pictures. And if we describe, like, if you try to imagine whole picture, how it looks like in Ukraine compared to Western world, in Western world, it's easy to get, cheap cost to paid, and then friendly, like bank, you know, they're happy to give you this this credit. And in Ukraine, it's totally opposite. It's difficult to get, it's expensive to pay, and it's very dangerous, can be even. Why Ukrainian people, they avoid or they basically afraid of getting into big mortgages? Because as you realize, it's a very big interest they have to pay for you this money. And then also many people, they remember, I will give you some examples. What happened in 2014, 2015, hryvnia it happened, devaluation of the hryvnia, and it's fall down 3 times. At this time, I remember even my brother, he had mortgage on his flat, and all people was in shock because they have their mortgages in dollars. So they have to pay at this time 3 times more than they expect when they took this mortgage from the bank. And bank wasn't friendly about reviewing the deal, They said, no, you took in dollars, please pay in dollars. So my brother, at this time, I remember he have annuity system, it's $2,000 per month. And he realized he need to pay $6,000 a month, and it's not possible for his financial situation at that time. And he was like, scared a lot. And I know a lot of my some of my friends, they even stopped paying because the bank didn't meet interest of the clients. It was kind of force majeure, but banks wasn't friendly. So they basically lost their flat, or some of them still in court, trying to protect, the amount they already paid. So, and then sometimes happened that I know one situation when people invest through bank in a new development project, and then bank crashed. So people lost all their flats also. So all these stories makes Ukrainians people feel they need to stay away from the bank. It's very normal in our country culture to borrow money from each other and help each other if somebody wants to buy something. So it's very normal in Ukraine. And now so yes, you can also, I forget to say that you're welcome to write all your questions about this topic, or any burning question you have about your process dating in Ukraine, and we will have time. I will answer your questions, later. So yeah, it's culturally people very close to each other, like financially help each other, because in different time, different people need financial support. And many people, they don't trust banks, so they install safes at home if they have big amount of money, and they feel much more safety, keeping money at home instead of putting them in bank. Only if they have deposit, it's amount which is like, I think, $5,000, which covered by insurance, guaranteed if bank will be crushed. So this money will be returned to you by government. So this amount of money they can, in different banks they can place. And in Ukraine, as you know, very bad economic situation, and really some people, they are very desperate for sometimes for getting money, just to, survive, or some difficult situation they need for operation or something like this. So we have a lot of companies who provide you quick money, but the truth is that percent you pay there, you will be now in shock when I will tell you what a percent. Are you ready? It's 2% per day you pay. So it's 730% a year you pay for having this quick money. Can you imagine this amount? Like, and it's one of the company calls Quick Money. You know, they provide these services. What they do, they advertise everywhere. You can take money quick, just passport identification number. And then when you come there registered for taking money, you also give numbers of your relatives, of your parents, of your friends, where you work, a number of your boss, you know, like. And as soon as you have delay, one day you start get calls, like, I don't know, every 10 minutes, collectors call you and they talk to you very bad, you know, with bad words using. And they start to call you all your friends. And even, for example, if I have friend who go and borrow this money, you know, I have no idea he give my contact information, because when they gave him credit, they didn't call me and say that, you know, he gave my number, so I have no idea. But if he delay with returning money, they can call me and say, you know, he took credit, we have your number, please come and, you know, return money for him, because you kind of guarantee, you know, of his guarantee, but you didn't give any, you know, agreement for that. So even if person in Ukraine didn't take any, you know, any credit by herself, some of her friends can do this, and then it's become nightmare for her life, because this collector start call her and ask to return money for her friend. And it's really very, like, it's create a lot of nervous collapse in, you know, for people, because they talk to you like, now police will come, you know, and you will be arrested, to friend, not even to person, because person can change a number, or they, you know, try to, so they use basically social pressure, you know, use all your contacts, they call to your boss, you know, asking for you return money. So with all this information, you know, even if person have no, you know, her own experience with taking money credit somewhere, her friend can take, and because of this, she was one time already have this experience. She, you know, people have a big fear about any kind of debt because of this bad Ukrainian experience. And I will tell you one story. For example, woman who make me manicure, she went into Turkey to meet with her boyfriend, and then they have fight, and he broke her passport, and she couldn't come back at home. She need to buy tickets and some documents. So she didn't know what to do. So she called this quick money company. They sent her money just like in half an hour to Turkey. She buy her tickets, and so people basically they ask for they go for this kind of service, and when they really have big desperate, you know, I mean in very big trouble. So she came back Ukraine, and then she said, I have one job before I leave Ukraine. Now I have 4 jobs, because I trying to, because you understand 730% interest rate of this company. So she said, now I have 4 jobs trying to return money, because my the amount I took, it's now increase, and I'm like, you know, like a rabbit, you know. It's like, she said, it's nightmare, and I don't know if I will handle this, you know. So it's true. And all this situation create a very big fear in all Ukrainian people about having any kind of debt. And from this, you can see in answers in interview, in our street interview, what girls think about having a fiancé with big, you know, with that, you know. They know, oh my God, it's like nightmare. So many of them they based on their life experience, afraid of this, you know. And as you can see, they said when we ask, she can start a relationship with, you know, if she will fall in love, even with man who has debt, you know. But she said that many of the ladies say, we will do our best to, you know, like to re-borrow money from our friend and, you know, finish this mortgage with high percent interest, just to, you know, finish this nightmare, because they don't want, you know, this situation ruin their family, or they will stay homeless, or, you know, things like that. And yeah, so it's basically what they want to do. And also, when you take credit, so now after this big devaluation of hryvnia, if some Ukrainians, they take any credit, they all time try to do this in hryvnia, because of they already have experience with dollar and don't want this anymore. And also they have to be very careful reading all the, you know, conditions, and especially if something written is with small letters down, you know, because it can be like very crazy conditions, you know. For example, if you will take a car, there can be condition that you need to show car by request of the bank in 24 hours, you know. Or, you know, like and if you go, for example, in Ukraine, travel somewhere, what you will do, you know, you will leave your vacation and you know, immediately go to the city where you take. So there is many how to say this word, tricky can be issues with taking money from any financial, not only from banks. So people very cautious about this. And we will talk now about how to approach your woman about the situation that you have mortgage, or you live, for example, in rental place. Because for her, it's something that connecting with her basic needs, about feeling safety and secure with, you know, man she loved one. And we will take now first case when you rent flat, okay? It's also different situation in Ukraine compared to Western world, you know. For example, if in Ukraine, you pay when you rent a flat, you pay for first and the last month, and then you pay every month. But if happen that you cannot pay next month, like, I don't know, you agreed first of each month, you cannot pay, landlord can, you know, easily kick out you, you know. He doesn't care, you have 1 year contract, you know. He will not wait until you will have money to pay, you know. So based on this, all Ukrainians know that, you know, if you have a rental agreement, you can be any day. If you have no, you know, monthly payment, you can be out of a flat or house you rent. So basically with no roof, you know, under your head, and it's not safety and secure. So when she here, for example, when she asks you on a date, do you live, where do you live? The best answer for you is just house or flat, okay? And don't volunteer with additional information. It's renting flats, it's mortgage. Just, you know, you don't need this, especially on the beginning of relationship, you know. Keep this simple, okay? Just house or, you know, flat, apartment. And then maybe 2 ladies in 10, they can ask you if it's yours, you know, or you rent. If she asks you, okay, say if it's rent, if it's your situation that you rented, please tell her that you have opportunity to buy, and you have, right? I think most of you Americans, if they have even simple work, I don't know, work in Walmart, they can apply for having very safety and friendly and cheap and easy mortgage for house or flat, what you're gonna buy. So you can say that you have opportunity to buy, but you want to do this with your better half, choose together what to buy, and you have this intention in future. So she have imagination that it's not your goal to live in renting apartment all your life, because for Ukrainian people it's very important to have apartment, their own apartment or house, not rental, because they're scared, because they can any day be kicking out from this house. So and then if it's situation that it's yours, and she asks you where do you live, you say house or apartment, and if it's not rental, it's yours, say just in my, that's all. Don't jump into details that you buy it with a big mortgage or what percent you pay or something else, just yours. I don't think, maybe two ladies in 50 cases maybe will ask if it's yours or you have mortgages. It's not normal in Ukrainian culture, especially at the beginning of relationship. Ask those questions. She will not feel comfortable with asking this. It's also a big question what intention she has, about you, if she asks so uncomfortable questions, for her to you, what's intention she has. So just say, yeah, in my, doesn't matter it's a mortgage or no, just don't provide any more details, unless she asks. Okay, I hope I was clear about that. This was helpful for you. Now I will I will read your questions. I see there is 40 comments already. Hello from Norway. Oh, okay, I go on the top. Hello. Hi, Anna, look good as always. Joined, you got a beautiful family. Thank you very much, Edward. Want to marry a good-hearted woman. Please guide and help me. You look beautiful. Thank you. About what we do, we are guiding guys on our coaching calls about how exactly we can help, and we basically do interviews, which is both ways. We want to understand how realistic your request, and how we can basically, if we can help you, according to your request. So it's both ways interview. Good morning from Chicago. Good morning. George, if I want to stay for 3 months, how much is renting for the time? George, we will talk about this tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time with Joseph. We prepare very good information about it's even divided by different cities. So 37 cities, and we will find out the most cheapest one and their top price where to, and compare salary, and very big topic about what you can do in Ukraine if you live. So many. So make sure you will come tomorrow. Okay, and you're welcome to everybody. Hello, Loy. Yeah, I saw your message. What are the chances of having a girlfriend for an Mbbs student from India? Mbbs, I don't know. And student from India, it's very young guys. Normally, most of our database, it's ladies 30 plus who's looking for a mature man, because I can say honestly, most of Ukrainian ladies, they give preferences for marry Ukrainian men, and then if it didn't happen or they have unsuccessful marriage, they can look for in future when no more good men in Ukraine, they are open to look for marry foreign. So and this age like of the ladies from 20 to 25, they have abundance of choices, not only foreign men. So it's very hard to work with very young people. They also don't know what they want. So the older people become, it's more plausible to be matchmakers in these couples because less demanding and everybody know what they want. So it's very easy to do matches. 1.68 for mortgages. It's like, for many Ukrainian people, if you say something like this, they will say like, it's a joke. They even will not believe that it's possible. So that's why some of Ukrainian people, they take credit. You can see in this our student interview, they take credit from builders, from developers. But the problem with this, with developers, they give it with okay percent. I mean, of course, it's not again Western percent, but for a very small period of time, like 3 years. So you have to pay big amount every month, so people like become really emotionally and financially after they paid back how exhausted after this, when they already own new beautiful flat, they have no energy to enjoy living there because they basically exhausted in these crazy numbers of how fast they have to pay it back, it's in Canada. Okay, George, thank you for your addition. R&B. Hello, Melvin. At 18%, you will never get the mortgages paid off. Mark, it's a pity, but in Ukraine, people got some of people got these mortgages, and they paid back. I know that my brother also had with high interest bank, but really it's very hard, and you need to be really or very brave or very just didn't read all the conditions to take this kind of or just very motivated to do it, or strongly that everything, you will have ability to pay it back, and you have no other opportunities, you cannot borrow from nobody. So people desperate to have it and they go, but yeah, it's very big money. Rick from Michigan. Hi Anna, I know a lot of older men would like a young wife, but we need to be realistic, do it to our old age. There has to be beautiful, more mature woman, or us older men. Please do a show on that point. Rick, I know that man, he even say like, I'm looking for inner beauty, but every time when we trying to advise really lady with good heart, he just look at her photos and say, no, it's not for me. So it just proved me one more time that anyway, any man, he is first of all wants to see, attraction to the woman. And yes, it's very important to be realistic, about your expectations and honest motivation why you want that. For example, if you want a lady with 20 years old age gap because you never was a father and wants to have this experience, life experience, and of course you want younger woman, so she has more chance to be, to born a healthy child. So this is more understandable reason from the matchmaker part, and but if you just like, I don't know, like 70 years old, and you say I feel like I'm 30, and I want 21 years old girl for relationship, so for these guys we cannot help, and we like it's out of any realistic real expectation or real possibility from us to help. So I think that depends on how man looks also, because some men, they can look 10 years younger. It can be like 20 years old age gap, but normally I think in average Ukrainian couples it's like 5, maximum 7 years age gap, not more. So some guys think that okay, 15 it's like nothing very strange. No, it's not normal in Ukraine, this age gap. You can see this these couples, but it's not most of the couples in Ukraine. So answering your question, your motivation to have younger women, if it's like not like just your okay, I think I highlight the answer. Okay, Rick. Let's move on. Hello, myself Ashish Kumar, and I'm from India. Up like now, I want to marry a girl from another country. Please guide me. I have first question. How old are you? And from this we will start, because talking about clients from India who live in India, it's not easy to help. Who is Indians but live in Western world, much easier, because like Ukrainian people, Ukrainian ladies who apply to marriage agency, they I have to be very honest, they're looking for opportunity to upgrade their life, but not make it down. Пока-пока, Joseph. So it's not easy to work with clients who live in India. It's possible, as we have for all our years one client from India, and he after his first trip to Ukraine lived Ukraine in relationship, very happy. He's very happy with. We will see how it will all develop, but it was big part of work to help him and to find. But now we know which ladies open for Indian culture. But it depends on who you are, They are weak, very beautiful late, very beautiful late third and early 60s. It's about Ukrainian ladies, I think. Yes, Edward, your comment. It's very true, When I do sometimes Skype calls, introduction, and I see a lady 53, I almost fall down from my chair because I cannot believe, she's looked like 30, maximum 35. And I like, really, she's, grandmother, like, oh my God, like how it's possible, And it's I think it's because but exactly this woman what I'm talking about, she worked with children, and she said this like child energy keep me young, and she's dance teacher, she's having very active lifestyle. But it's not only her, I see also other ladies very beautiful, like Julia Roberts, one woman was. So, and I really enjoy doing these Skype calls and enjoying how beautiful of our ladies, and how they not only how they beautiful inside, how beautiful their souls. And it's true, if when some of our potential clients say that they interested in in our database 1,500 ladies, and they say we only found 2 or 3 ladies they're interested to meet, it's problem not on our side, you know, it's problem on the other side, and we said we just basically like cannot help you because it's will not work, you know. If you're so picky about appearance of the lady, you just look for, I don't know, certain parameters of the woman which existed only into ladies which might be not interested in you, because it should happen mutually, you know, mutual. So yeah, I inspired to be more open to look to different age of the lady, especially if you are not going to have children together. Is it possible to sign prenup with a girl? What if she left after green card and alimony? I know that you managed by these fears, you know. It's one of biggest fears of you about green card and her motivation, basically. And I totally understand this. I think it's possible to sign up, and we have a street interview done with me and Joseph about prenup. But because it's not normal in our culture, and ladies, they don't know what is this and how to attitude to this, a big part of will you be successful on this or no depends on how you will approach her about this, you know. If you will make presentation for her that it's not only about you care about your interest, you know, but you care about her, and she will be very open about this. And even I know one couple, when lady asked us about like prenup, and I asked her, like, I was wonder who initiate this, and she said that she heard so many stories when like Ukrainian her friends live no, all their life, you know, in Ukraine, moved to other country, and was in big troubles, you know, in different stories in different countries. But basically, she also have her own fear. Imagine she package all her life in several suitcases and move with you. So she also have fears, and this kind of agreement can help you both, you know, to satisfy or like to understand your expectations about you know, your future life, and overcome your fears, you know. So yes, it's possible, but it depends on how you will approach. And of course, don't approach her on the first date, okay? It's not the question, it's not the topic for the first date. All money questions, all this kind of issues, it's much later. It's when you already fall in love with each other, you know, you see her as her future wife, and she sees her, you know, and maybe even you already were introduced to her parents. It's after all of this, you know, as a fiance, okay? It's not on the first day, okay, let's talk about prenup. She will just be scared away, you know, from you. She first need to know that it's you know, you her man, and of a dream, and feel if she right, you know, right for you. And then from this you know, much later you can talk honestly about what kind of fear and how you can overcome it, you know. So that's my answer. Got some on the screen. It was funny. Thank you, Rodney. So what next? If Mark Santoro, if you buy a flat, you will pay more in interest than if you rented it. Just rent the flat for $250 a month. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, if you live here, just you know, like come from time to time, it can be solution. But if you are going to move here and live all time in a rental place, it's with your future wife, it will be like she will question for you what's your intention. We will buy together, it's again everything about her feeling her protected and safe, with you, and that she don't have this fear that tomorrow if something happen, you have no ability to pay, you will both go out, on the street. So yeah, so if you travel here, it's not necessary to buy, but if you are going to spend some time here, and it's what I actually strongly advise you, if you have this kind of previous comment, have fears about moving her and then she will get green card, I think you have these fears because you don't know person, as soon as you will establish a relationship and you will see real motivation, you will feel this with your own gut, how she's sincere, and you will meet all her relatives, and you will feel if it's sincere, and how much you can trust her, and you have these fears because you don't know, exactly woman. But as soon as you will meet your better half, you will be out of this these fears. But if it still will bother you, you can, be open to your partner about this and discuss, how you can overcome it. Can you work with other dating agencies to find a woman for your clients, and do they have access to yours? Kevin, pause this. No, they don't have access, and no, normally no, but some ladies, they're so hungry, they're so motivated to find a husband that we cannot limit them to register only with us. So some of the ladies you can find on not in our agency but also in other agencies. Even those who found their husbands with us, they all, you can see live stream recently, they told that they was registered at 3 agencies, but at 2 others wasn't any result. But with us they found their husband and they're very happy about this. So they shared in different sources about just because they want to, with their friends, who is on the same life journey, want to find their husband, so they come to us. So yes, girls can be in different places, but Anya, what says Anya? I'm Anna, I'm very serious, not Anya. Okay, I lost where I was. Okay. You can buy a red from the web, the bank kill you. Yes, Edward, it's true. Edward, how can... thank you, Joseph, for helping me. No, but I will read because how to deal with immigration of a girl to bring US and adjust her environment. We just recently made video, Steve, our coach, about the ways they compare 2 type of visa you can do for your bride, and then he shared his amazing, in my opinion, man who really take care about adopting in the Western culture. So he found some, in a place where he lived, Ukrainian woman who will help her when she moved with all things she need, because they have also a little bit language, barrier. So this woman will help her with, all things that she need from the beginning, especially because it's really, it takes a lot of energy and woman to be brave, especially if she doesn't know English, and she really needs your support, when she will move there, and don't forget about this, okay? And just invest in this your time, because it's not only enough to win her heart while she's in Ukraine, but or setting up, your start your relationship, but relationship with some kind of journey for whole life, and it have different life period, but it's it's science about how to say what you want and even develop or make it better, okay, I will write like this, okay, better with each year. So yes, it's important that you will continue to grow what you establish here in Ukraine. What about here, Melvin asked, what about international banks like Citibank, which my country have and Ukraine have also? I don't know. I know Citibank, I don't know if it's in Ukraine, maybe. But in Ukraine, it cannot be that if one bank have Western percent here, Western interest, all the people will run there and will take mortgages if it will happen. But so all approximately the same. As I told before, it's like an average from 12 to 18% per year bank interest. So maybe the bank just give different condition, depends on the country you work in. Mark Santor, very active today. I would like to live in Ukraine for 90 days at a time. I can buy a flat, so suit my needs for 40,000, for 60,000, but I won't, because someone will come along 2 weeks later and it's a scam. I think we got what we expect in life. We will get. So, or maybe I don't understand what you will not, because some will come. Okay, so let's move on. Something. Edward asks, Rick, depends on how much time and money you want to invest. A good matchmaker will need out the scammers. Yeah, it's true. From one side, it's it's very big work, to when you accept lady to database to make sure and be sure about her real motivation, why she joined the agency. And of course, we from recommendation we have an idea, how she found us. But at the same time, because for example in our agency, ladies they don't pay, they have no fee, for joining us, but at the same time they cannot make salary, which is very often happen, unfortunately, in Ukrainian agency, that girls get paid for being models, and it's a job, and these ladies, when they knock to our door because they just saw website or something like this, they ask how much money I will make with you, and we don't pay money, and they say, but what, I will be model, in your agency? We say, no, we just, make a couples. And those ladies, they say, okay, I'm not interested. So they're not interested in us, and we're not interested in them. So, it works in both ways. Is it possible Ukraine girls come to US on a tourist visa? It's very, Greg, it's very not easy to get a US tourist visa, unless this lady already had this visa, US visa, or she well traveled, like she was maybe in Australia before, then maybe it's possible. But especially last years, it was more and more strict. I know many situations when Ukrainian people have multiply visa entrance to USA, and then they was when it finished, they apply again to US embassy and didn't get visa. So I don't know how situation will be now with the new president. Maybe something will change, but last several years it was very hard to get tourist visa. But anyway, if your question just if you can organize the date, to make it first date in USA, I can tell you that I don't know. I think less than 1% of the lady they will like to meet with you in USA compared to have an opportunity to meet with you first here in Ukraine. They will be very good girls will be scared about meeting you in other country. So better you come here and meet your lady you're interested. I live in Blackpool in UK, which is I live in Blackpool in UK, which is a seaside resort. I do not like to live in big cities. I want semi-retire. We live now also in a small community close to the sea, where is incredible air, very nice nature, a lot of animals walking. Okay, there is no bear but some even hunters come here for hunting for duck and beautiful white swans, and turtles. And I think in Ukraine you can find different, it's a very big territory, and you can find like Carpathia, it's gorgeous nature with mountains, South of Ukraine, it's a different story. It's incredible climate, with no rain. And sea, this air is like magic. And then, I don't know, Kyiv, for those who like big cities, like very busy life, and Odessa, which it's a very interesting place where is, two things together, beautiful nature, beautiful architect, and at the same time sea, like resort in the big city. It's very interesting too. So yeah, so I think for today I hope I was useful for you today, and we will discover more tomorrow 10 a.m. Eastern time, how the cost of the living in Ukraine in different cities. Okay, and so you will have better picture about this, and see what the interesting investment you can do in Ukraine also. So I'm very grateful for you guys all who come today to support me and have this conversation with me. And so next Saturday we will talk about first virtual Skype date, do's and don'ts. So if you have any question, you're welcome. If you don't have question, you're welcome here too. And I'm very happy to see you here, and we'll be very happy to be helpful too. Okay, thank you very much, Edward. See you guys tomorrow and next Saturday, and then Sunday also. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Have you been searching for a beautiful wife? Do you dream of meeting the perfect woman, but haven't found her? Well, imagine if there was a simple way this could all change for you. Imagine if there was a Canadian marriage agency that would introduce you to as many beautiful women as it takes until you find the one. Ukraine, a lost world of beautiful traditional women. At last, a place where you can find the beautiful wife you have always dreamed of. Every Ukrainian woman dreams of having a happy family. Now you can have a traditional beautiful wife from Ukraine creating happy family memories forever. So what are you waiting for? Register right now and Skype our beautiful ladies completely free. So what makes us different, you might ask? Why not ask Google simply by searching Match Guarantee Reviews?